So John Kerry gave a speech last night at the Democratic Convention. You want to hear it?
Hi, I'm John Kerry. For the 8 years of the Obama-Biden administration, we led by example. We eliminated the threat of an Iran with a nuclear weapon. We built a 68-nation coalition to destroy ISIS. Donald Trump inherited a growing economy and a more peaceful world. And like everything else he inherited, he bankrupted it. When this president goes overseas, it isn't a goodwill mission, it's a blooper reel. He breaks up with our allies and writes love letters to dictators. America deserves a president who is looked up to, not laughed at. Donald Trump pretends Russia didn't attack our elections, and now he does nothing about Russia putting a bounty on our troops. So he won't defend our country, he doesn't know how to defend our troops. The only person he's interested in defending is himself.
So John Kerry's right about one point. Trump's foreign policy is incoherent. But Joe Biden's foreign policy, his entire career, is consistently imperialist. Joe Biden voted for the Iraq War. Not only did he vote for it, he was one of the most vocal and active advocates for the Iraq War. He wagged his finger at Democrats who opposed the Iraq War, even after it was started. Under Biden and Obama, under Joe Biden, we did Libya, Yemen, and Syria. Joe Biden took Bush's 2 wars and turned them into 7 wars. Remember back in 2007, Biden's big idea then was partitioning the Middle East. Yeah, that really worked for the British. Colin Powell endorsed Joe Biden, the guy who helped lie us into the Iraq War. Oh, that's reassuring. Was Henry Kissinger too busy vacationing with the Clintons to endorse? You think I'm kidding? First of all, Kerry stands by his yes vote on Iraq. That's August 10th, 2004. That's August 10th, 2004. John Kerry stands by his yes vote on Iraq. Dumber than a pothead comedian in Pasadena. Here, you want to hear? Here's Colin Powell. You want to hear his speech? By the way, keep in mind, bona fide war criminal who intentionally lied us into a war. He wasn't duped. He knew exactly what he was doing, and the shit he did in Vietnam was also horrible.
Hi, I'm former Secretary of State Colin Powell. Our country needs a commander-in-chief who takes care of our troops in the same way he would his own family. For Joe Biden, that doesn't need teaching. He will trust our diplomats and our intelligence community, not the flattery of dictators and despots. They will know he means business.
They will know he means business because, we blow shit up illegally all the time. Joe Biden, he did Iraq. Remember Joe Biden? He was on board. Remember Joe Biden? He did Libya. Remember Joe Biden? They tried to do Syria. That's Joe Biden. Remember Yemen? That's Joe Biden. Keeping us in Afghanistan. That's Joe Biden. And they'll know he means business. What now? Unlike the dictator that Donald Trump pals around with dictators, unlike the dictators you palled around with, how about the dictator who runs Saudi Arabia, a religious theocracy that persecutes women and gay people on the regular? But that's an okay dictator. There's okay dictators, right? As long as they do your bidding.
I support Joe Biden because beginning on day one, he will restore Americans' leadership and our moral authority.
Our moral authority. When did we lose that moral authority? I guess when Donald Trump got elected, but we had it when you were in the White House and you were doing illegal wars and being a war criminal. So a war criminal is going to restore you? Really?
He'll be a president who knows that America is strongest when, as he has said, we lead both by the power of our example and the example of our power.
These guys are such fucking bloodthirsty assholes. Colin Powell's an asshole and a fucking rank liar and a war criminal. He's a dupe to the machine, and he always will be. And if we got to kill some brown people in another country to get their oil, then fuck it, he's going to help them do it. He's not dignified. He has no dignity. He has no integrity. He's the worst type of person in the world. He's a pretender. He presents himself as, oh, look, and I'm chivalrous and I have integrity. He's a war criminal and he's a willing one. Lie after lie. What Colin Powell knew about Iraq 15 years ago, and what he told the UN. The subtitle to this article in The Intercept, the subtitle is "The evidence is irrefutable. Powell consciously deceived the world in 2003." That's the subtitle. The evidence is irrefutable. Powell consciously deceived the world in his 2003 presentation, making the case for war with Saddam Hussein. Here's more from last night.
Donald Trump has had a love fest with dictators, including China and Russia. He hasn't been standing up to them at all.
So that's the Democratic Party encouraging Donald Trump to be more bellicose and saber-rattling with two nuclear powers. That's the Democrats attacking Trump from the right.
He knows exactly what's at stake when he sends our troops overseas.
Joe Biden does. That's what that guy was saying. That's Lieutenant General Bullshitter Jack Weinstein.
The Russians offered bounties on U.S. soldiers. I was shocked when I read that.
Yeah, you know why you were shocked? Because it was complete bullshit, and you couldn't believe they would do such a shitty lie. Is that why you were shocked? Or were you shocked because you're a naive little child? Or because you're just a paid liar? I think you're shocked because you're a paid liar. I don't think you were shocked at all because you knew that was bullshit. Just like how in the fuck did I know it was bullshit? A pothead comedian in my goddamn garage in Pasadena, but this jagoff from this ex-general bullshitter, he didn't know it was bullshit? I fucking knew it. Then you're the dumbest guy in the fucking world, sir. And you should get the fuck out of the military because you're going to be killing a lot of the wrong people. You fucking moron on purpose. You bloodthirsty maniac. Oh, here's from NBC News. U.S. officials say intel on Russian bounties less than conclusive. But this guy...
He knows exactly what's at stake when he sends our troops overseas. The Russians offered bounties on U.S. soldiers. I was shocked when I read that. But the president didn't even ask Vladimir Putin about it. That's un-American.
But it's not un-American to McCarthy smear our president or anyone you disagree with politically. That's not un-American. That's the definition of un-American. You call your political opponents traitors? That's the definition of un-American. But this guy doesn't have a shame button. He's a hired killer, by the way. That's what he does for a fucking living. And now he's doing McCarthy smears. For what? For more war. This guy's not a good person because he has a short haircut and a tie. This guy's a fucking maniac liar from the word go. Okay, so there you go. That's what's happening. And can I tell you, mainstream media is the failure. This is a presidential race where voters are deciding who their next commander-in-chief is going to be, and nobody has asked Joe Biden about his foreign policy. Is he going to end the wars? Is he going to bring the troops home? What is he going to do for peace? Now he's trying to out-hawk Trump on China. Americans shouldn't be angry at China. They should be angry at Wall Street and multinational companies who send their jobs to China. I don't know what out-of-touch advisors have Trump's ear right now. We're in a pandemic and an economic depression. They think saying Biden is too left is going to win the election. If Trump did any of the things that got him elected in 2016 right now, any of the things he promised when he ran in 2016, like giving health care for all, legalizing marijuana, bringing the troops home, and regulating Wall Street corruption, if he did one of those things, he would win. But Trump is too stupid to win this election. The president who gives America a single-payer health care system is going to be put on Mount Rushmore. The American people are desperate. They're losing their jobs. They're losing their health care. They can't make rent. They can't stay in their homes. And Congress isn't doing anything. And nobody is excited about Joe Biden. Nobody is excited about Joe Biden. Trump could swoop in and be a hero and win this election, but he's just too stupid to do it. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.